Hi everybody, today we are going to be talking about attitude and attitude balance. Some of you are struggling with attitude in general and where it should be placed, and some of you are struggling with attitude balancing, which is very, very challenging, especially like Rose Adagio, iconic ballet balance position. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So I want to start with correct attitude positions. Now this varies on whatever kind of training you have. For example, Balanchine attitude is very square and short. It's a much shorter attitude. Yeah? Oftentimes the Balanchine technique people say that your knee and your foot are completely in line. It's not at all out. So this is more of a Balanchine attitude here. Yeah? A little more classical is further out. Yeah, that just is more of the sort of general attitude position, a little bit further out. Vaganova is very much out. Yeah, and sometimes to the back they lean forward. Yeah, so Vaganova, if anything, attitude is a little bit, the foot is higher than the knee. So Balanchine, it's even, think foot down. More classical, more traditional is a little bit out. Vaganova is a little bit tilted and foot is higher. Here. Yeah? So, depending on the style of training, you should follow accordingly. However, if you're unsure, I would go with slightly out. Not necessarily here and not the Balanchine. A little bit further out. Yeah? So your foot is slightly lifted and the foot is out. Yeah? So it's not wrapped. In terms of balancing, the most important thing in an attitude balance is being up in your supporting hip. You cannot balance like Swan Lake. It's just not going to happen. Okay? So Rose Adagio balances. If you'll notice, Aurora's, when we do it, the leg is not super high. If anything, it's slightly lower. Because here I'm up in this hip. The minute I raise my leg, look, I lose all connection in that hip. So when you're going up, partnering attitude balance, I mean, mine were about here. The most important thing with that is being up in this hip. Now I can stay. Yeah, if I start to tip, I am now in a broken line, and it's not going to happen. So balancing an attitude is not quite the same position as getting a beautiful Swan Lake attitude back. You'll never balance in that position. So remember that. At bar, if you have to do, attitude quasi into the bar, here, we're not balancing here. You've got to be so up in this hip that then you can stay. The other thing to help you with your attitude balance is to, yes, be square, but think opposite shoulder to toe. So if my left leg is up, I'm going to think of, instead of being here, I'm going to think of this right shoulder going that way. So when I'm balancing here, I'm not out. Yeah, so my right shoulder is going to go towards my toe, and then I can stay. See? So I'm not open. So as you go up, if you have a partner, think, all right, what leg is up? Not here. You'll never stay. You'll never be able to promenade this way. Yeah, you've got to square it up. So opposite shoulder to toe. It's funny because while the Vaganova attitude is very much here, you will never see the Vaganova Auroras like this. You have to be up in that leg. It can be up a little bit, but the most important thing when balancing an attitude is flat hip. Yeah, flat hip, square shoulders. No Swan Lake when we balance. Yeah, two totally different things. Yes, Odile, you might have to hold this for a second or two, but it's not, you know what I mean? You're not promenading like this. If you try and promenade like this, you're going to pull your guy over. So promenades too. Go up square, perfectly square, keep that shoulder back, fighting the opposite toe. Yeah, really finding it. So we're here and I'm not open. Attitude front, kind of the same thing. Balanchine likes it a little bit tighter, a little more traditional, classical, and Vaganova people are extended. I think it's prettier when it's slightly extended. This tends to look like halfway between a développé front and a passe, in my opinion. So I would extend it a little bit out. But the most important thing, and this is what you learn when you're little, serve a teacup on your foot. Yeah? Serving that cup of tea so it doesn't become this. Yeah? Really, really turn out that attitude. Whether it's closer or farther away, again, we're not here. Side attitude is the less frequently used one. However, I see too many people doing this. This looks like a bad passe. Inside attitude, your foot is slightly outside the knee. Do not do it like this. Look, I look like I'm wrong. Yeah? Slightly outside your knee. That's side attitude, not here. So if you have to do fondue side, attitude side, leave the foot outside that knee. Don't bring it too far in or you look like you're wrong. So just to clear that up, side attitude's right there and out. So guys, again, it depends on the kind of training you have. More American training, more Russian training, but the general rule is foot slightly outside that knee, not dipping, yeah? And when you're trying to attitude balance, front, side, back, whatever it is, you're not back in that hip. Don't do swan leg, yeah? Not cute, right? We gotta be right up strong in that hip. Lower the leg, it doesn't have to be here. Lower that leg slightly, and that'll really, really help your attitude balances. And think opposite shoulder to toe, okay? That should really help you. If there are any other steps you're struggling with, please leave me a comment in the box below. I will get to them. Like I said, now that I have this beautiful facility. Scheduling, I am going back to Tuesdays and Fridays, and any sponsored videos with products or anything where I have been paid to do a video will go up on Wednesday or Saturday. Sponsored videos will not take the place of all the ballet, all the usual content, because I don't like doing that to you guys. I don't like putting up a sponsored video as part of my usual content. So you'll get definitely Tuesday, Fridays, and then any extra sponsored videos Wednesdays or Saturdays, okay? If you had missed my advanced center portion, another center for you guys, it's right there, you can click it to watch. Love you so much, and I'll see you next time.